I love my older woman. It's nothing that compared to having an older woman. Like when I tell you they teach you so much about love and like how you supposed to treat your partner, they help you grow and be a better partner to yourself. I ain't gonna lie, y'all can have the young college hoes, man. I want the beautiful, mature black queen.
Young men who date older women usually have mommy issues, which means they have emotional needs that their mother did not meet, usually nurturing or being kind and accommodating or being there for them. And therefore, they seek it out in a form of older women, hoping that in that relationship, she meets the needs that their mother didn't.
All right, so let's get into one of the most debated topics in modern dating right now. Older women vs younger women. Which one is better for us?
Because men want younger women. If a man is 40, there is no way he is looking for a 40-year-old.
Right.
There's no way.
They're not looking for 30-year-old women. They're looking for women at least 10 years younger than them. Somebody who does not have all the emotional baggage, who just doesn't have all the call it mileage, just call it years. They don't have all that. Looking for somebody who is younger, less experienced, and somebody who can follow a lot better. That's what these guys are looking for.
I think younger women tend to be more impressionable. I think older women, in my experience, you 30, 33, 35, the experiences that you have at that point is just, a little bit too much for me. And I really think in some cases you really can't teach an old dog new tricks. So I prefer, my women to be the younger variety.
If a woman wants to respect you and give you the respect to lead and be her partner, why do you need to have that level of power over her if you're not trying to manipulate someone?
See, it's not power, it's impressionable. I've never seen a successful partnership where the other person wouldn't allow themselves to be impressed upon. If I'm a person and I got a vision, I got a plan, I got a whole program, I would think that the person that wants to be with me is willing to learn and willing to adopt some of the ways or even some of the principles that I have.
That's not impressionable. Impressionable is basically getting someone to do what you want them to do.
And them ladies were onto him. They was ready for him. They wanted to give it to him.
Because they're easily swayed and easily persuaded to do what you want them to do.
Who said that?
You know what? And that's the typical take. The classic younger woman. The energy's different. The vibe is lighter. Less past, less pressure. And I get it. Like, I do get it. I understand where people go when they go down that route. When you're with someone younger, there's a certain freedom there. She's still figuring life out. You're figuring it out. You can figure it out together. No ticking clock. No, where is this going? Conversation on the third date. But here's where it gets interesting, because the same thing that makes it feel free and you like it, it's bubbly, that's the same thing that can ruin it.
Why would a man go for a 30-year-old when he can have a fresh 21-year-old that men look at it as, oh, she's 30, which means she's older, she's been ran through, she's tarnished, she's hardened by all the relationships, so she's lost her femininity. It's very unfortunate that women don't realize that until they hit 30. They want to be in their 20s and be like, oh yeah, I can this guy, that guy, but they don't realize you're ruining yourself. And then you're trying to find yourself, and by the time you're 30, you're like, where have all the good men gone? Not to you, because you ran through.
Why do you date younger women?
Oh. Less trauma, less emotional baggage.
So you like to have the younger girls that are like fresh and undamaged.
To see if there's long-term potential, yeah.
How much younger do you date?
8 years has been like the biggest gap.
How old are you?
32.
Okay. Would you ever date an older woman?
No.
Why not?
I've tried that, and there's just too much. There's too much baggage.
How old are you?
I'm 35.
What's the youngest girl you would date?
7 years, 8 years younger than you? 27.
Why not a 22-year-old or a 23-year-old girl?
I'd them. But that's it. No. What would I do with a 22-year-old? Like, what do they have going? Nothing. No, hell no. They need to have something going for their lives. I'm not going to be their fucking daddy. I'll be their daddy like in bed, but not their daddy.
See, this is the other side of the debate, because younger doesn't just mean fun and energy. It means she's still figuring out who she wants to be. She's still becoming who she wants to be as well. Her priorities might change as she gets older. TikTok can influence her, all social media, to be fair. Her girls could influence her. One day, she wants commitment. Then before you know it, she could be talking about taking time apart to figure out her own life, what she's got going on, what direction she wants to go. Like, it's unpredictable because she's still young. And then you're left just sitting there confused because the person that you got in a relationship with doesn't even exist anymore. So yeah, there's definitely upside and there's a downside as well.
Older women are beautiful lovers. Y'all not about the drama. First off, you didn't deal with that. Those chapters are gone. So all you want is peace, travel, some good food, some good loving, and some great company. Older women, you are where it's at. And a lot of men are waking up to that. A lot of dudes ain't trying to go through the drama and the BS that happens on social media. You know what I mean? Some of y'all got grown kids and now you just ready to live life. You are where it's at, woman. Look at you. Older women really understand the value of time. And I've noticed that they won't. They really don't want to waste yours. You know what I mean? They completely understand the value of time. So for them, every second matters. And they definitely just won't waste your time. Older women is where it's at.
Cool, so here's what I think. It looks like with younger women, your potential matters more. She'll ride with you like while you're building because she might see or she thinks that she can see what you're going to become. And that's what she wants to be a part of. But with older women, your reality matters more. What you have now is what she's evaluating. Like what's going on now, this is what matters. Not what you could become, it's what we've got now. So they're a bit more sensible, a bit more cautious, realistic, should we call it. So it's two different games if you think about it. And that's where a lot of us get confused because we want the freedom of a younger woman, but the depth of an older one. So the woman's age isn't actually the issue. It's more to do with us not knowing exactly what we want or just wanting it all. We want to have our cake and eat it too.
Go for the young one, not the old one. And before you get triggered, hear me out. I'm not saying every younger woman is better, and I'm not saying every older woman is damaged. There are always exceptions to the rule, but there is a reason men often marry and search for younger women, and it's not just about looks. It's about moldability, how you were able to mold something. If you're a good man, a strong leader, a real teacher, you want a woman who's willing to learn, adapt, and grow with you. You want to build together. But what are you going to teach a woman who's already hardened by life, who is stuck in her ways, carries more baggage than luggage, and argues every time you try to lead or guide her? That is not partnership. That is combat. See, a younger woman still has curiosity. She's open. She's impressionable. If she's with the right man, she becomes an advantage because she's being shaped in love, not control. What's easier to mold, clay or a hardened stone? Men are builders by nature. They build careers, empires, and families. So of course they're drawn to women who want to be built with, not women who fight the blueprint that he lays down. It's not about age. It's about your attitude. It's about your openness, softness, and the willingness to evolve.
A lot of men love grown women. They love what grown women come with. They like the nurturing. They like that this woman already knows what she wants. They like the fact that she's not all boy crazy anymore, trying to figure out who she is and where she belongs in life. But then comes the part where that grown woman will hold you accountable as a man. And that's usually when they fold because most men, children do not want to be held accountable. They want everything from that grown woman besides accountability because that's where it stops. And this is where I say, stay the fuck away from grown ass women if you don't want to do better in life, if you don't want to accept constructive criticism, if you do not want to live up to those expectations and look at yourself in the mirror and become a better version for her, for yourself.
I used to wonder why men would date younger and not want to date women either A equivalent or older based on the fact that the mature women tend to want more from life or know what they want from life. I used to ask this question, but now I've come to the conclusion that most, and I'm going to say this on record, most older women get set in their ways. And once they get set in their ways, no one can tell them anything because it goes beyond their belief. I've noticed that older women are some of the hardest creatures on earth to change once they indoctrinate their mind into their beliefs. Noticing You have a conversation with an older woman. If it goes anywhere remotely against what she thinks or what she wants or what she accepted, you become a problem. Having a conversation with older women and challenging change is one of the hardest things I've ever had to witness in my life. And I'm not saying that's from a personal experience. I'm talking vague. I've seen it from every standpoint.
Anyway, you lot, drop it in the comments. Let me know, what do you think's better, or what makes more sense to men? Dating older women or dating younger women? I don't delete no comments, so just put it in there. Let's have a conversation.